I mean, Mosport's a real test of commitment. You know, it's one of these places where, you know, it rewards commitment and punishes mistakes severely. So, you know, you've got to be on your game. You can't let up one bit there. You know, it's one of these places where the margin of error is very fine. And you know, but that's also what makes it so thrilling and rewarding to us as drivers. If you can get it right around Mosport, you know, everything looks a little bit brighter. You know, you walk away from a day racing there, and you look around and you think you've really accomplished something.
Mosport's it is a fantastic track. When you're in the car, it's really exhilarating. You know, it's a place where, you know, if you think too much of it, you might start to side with the boys instead of the men. But it's you know, when you're in the car and slugging it out, you know, there's nothing like driving this car at 160 miles an hour flat out, you know, with your foot welded to the floor around turn 2, because you can't see the turn before you have to actually start turning the wheel, and it drops off like a roller coaster. And if you get it just a little bit wrong, there's some serious consequences coming for you. But when you get it right there, it's like nowhere else.
So, you know, the folks are just, every year they come out. There's a huge connection between Dyson Racing and the fans at Mosport. And I think a lot of that has to do with, we've been racing there since 1995. We've had a lot of success up there. We test up there as often as we can. It's still within driving distance from our base in Poughkeepsie, New York. So, and not to mention the fact that it's probably the, you know, most aggressive track in the U.S. It's certainly the fastest track on our calendar. So that just adds to it all for us.
Well, Mosport, in some ways, it's a bit like Lime Rock. It's fast, it's exciting. Obviously, there's many fast turns there. It's a high-speed circuit. Again, it's a joy to drive. It's exciting, and the Canadian fans are a real joy. They obviously it's their real only opportunity to see the ALMS cars racing up there, and you know, you get a good fan base, and they just love it. And it's great to be able to put a show on for them.
It's my favourite track. It's like the world's fastest roller coaster, except you're in control. So I just love it. I can't wait to get there. I wish we would go there 12 times a year. It's just tremendous. The fans are fantastic, and not just that. This year they're going to be starved for the motorsport a little bit with the Toronto Champ Car race not happening. It's going to be a huge amount of fun to be able to entertain them. And again, I think we'll put on a good show, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of new fans coming along to add to the ones we already have. And yeah, it's just spectacular to watch and to drive.